Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ben Schlittler.
And I'm Azure Mitchell. TikTok is on the hot seat, and so are we. It's getting hotter, isn't it?
I know. It's definitely been shorts weather over the past few days. Abby, what can you tell us about that?
You guys are absolutely right. It was pretty hot out there today. We had a temperature of 87 degrees with sunny skies right now. Winds at southwest 7 miles per hour. Humidity at 7%. Dew point 16 degrees and barometer at 30.03 inches. Now taking a look at today, we had a high of 88 degrees and on average we have 81 degrees. Now we have a low of 63 degrees, and in 2012 we had a high of 91 degrees, and taking it back to 1968 we had a low of 30 degrees. We had no rain today, so that leaves our yearly precipitation at 0.83 inches. Back to the desk.
A movie weapons armorer convicted of involuntary manslaughter on the set of the Western film Rust has started her sentence. 26-year-old Hannah Gutierrez Reed was processed into the New Mexico Corrections Department this morning, and her booking photo was released. On March 6th, she was found guilty on one count of involuntary manslaughter for the on-set shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Actor Alec Baldwin was producing the film and fired the fatal shot. He goes on trial in July, also charged with involuntary manslaughter. New Mexico State Police are asking for public assistance in locating a missing child. 10-year-old Carlos Hernandez was last seen on Monday around 1:00 p.m. before he was abducted by his non-custodial mother, Angelique Sanchez. Sanchez was seen with Carlos at the New Mexico Human Services office in Albuquerque. State police tried to make contact with Sanchez before she fled the scene in her white Sonata. The vehicle was later discovered abandoned. The search is ongoing, and anyone with information is asked to contact state police.
Fentanyl is a growing problem in communities all over the country, and the Las Cruces police want people to be on guard against it. On Tuesday, May 7th, the police and several community service organizations are hosting a National Fentanyl Awareness Day. They'll have information on the synthetic opioid and what it does to the body, as well as treatment services and resources. The free event will be from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday, May 7th at Young Park in Las Cruces. Although cannabis is legal in New Mexico, the U.S. Border Patrol are seizing commercial shipments. A recent spike of searches started in February, and since then, more than $300,000 worth of cannabis has been seized. The U.S. Border Patrol says marijuana is still legal under federal law, and shipments are subject to search and seizure. Both Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and Senator Martin Heinrich have spoken out against the increase in seizures. He says that the feds should focus on stopping other drugs.
Access to health care can often have families looking for answers.
But here in Las Cruces, some programs are looking to give ways to provide for those families. Jared Woods has more.
The health of our community's children. While finding health care and information can be a struggle for some families, Las Cruces Early Childhood looks to help make sure that information is available for those in need.
Have you guys heard of Molina Healthcare before?
With their second annual health fair event, the Early Childhood program looks to make learning about health fun, with activities such as basketball, riding bikes, and other educational games.
My favorite is basketball.
The program puts an emphasis on teaching and informing.
There's so many aspects of health that a parent has to worry about, and we're just there to help.
And while there's plenty of exercise and fun and games, that's not all. This event also looks to educate families and children on healthcare and provide healthcare products for those who might not have them.
This is very important. I think this is a great event. I was just telling my parents that you're walking around, you're getting to see the help that you have in the area.
The focus on health for early childhood looks not only at the past, but also the present and future of the family's health.
Sometimes we don't know that what may be happening within the family is of urgency, and so we want to get ahead of it before it becomes something that is extraordinarily serious.
As well as making sure health care is available to all.
We have about, I would say, like 5 to 7% of our kids, they do not have health insurance for certain reasons.
Children are actually looked at by medical, dental, and vision professionals that will provide them glasses, dental cleaning, and assistance, as well as vaccinations on the spot.
While these services are not always set up in one convenient place for families, Las Cruces Early Childhood wants the public to know that they provide these services all year long, and information can be just a conversation away. Jared Woods, News 22.
Stay tuned. Abby will be back with your national weather.
But first, what age do you consider old? More on that when News 22 continues.
I had one dude tell me that like I had a year left to sustain as a band. So I was like, well, what am I paying you for then? So I fired him.
Yeah.
You always gotta remember why you start doing it. I like to do it. That's why I started. That's why I keep doing it, you know?
I'm Eric Johnson, host of Garden Smart. Each week we travel the country north to south, east to west, exploring some of the most exciting gardens, as well as talking to industry horticulturalists about design principles, new plants, and also how you can be more successful with your home garden.
Saturday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Wednesday,
where news matters. And Abby is next with the National Weather Forecast.
Thanks, you guys. Let's start off by looking at tonight's forecast across the U.S. As you can see, a lot of clouds in the sky. Denver at 47 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Phoenix, clear skies actually at 64 degrees. El Paso, mostly cloudy skies at 70 degrees. And as you can see, Oklahoma City is at 65 degrees, but will be experiencing some rain. So we're going to get into that with my next map. As you can see, around this time of year, there is usually a jet stream that moves into the central U.S. from the Gulf of Mexico, just pulling up that warm air and causing a lot of just really bad weather. If you could take a look at my next map, I want to show you the movement of that jet stream moving in from the Gulf of Mexico into central U.S. As you can see, these places are more likely to experience hail, large hail, damaging winds, a lot of thunderstorms and tornadoes. So these are the places that are most likely to experience these conditions: Wichita, Oklahoma City, Dallas, and Lubbock. And this will start happening Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and will move into all the way into Sunday. So if you take a look at my last map, these are the places that are more not that likely to experience these types of conditions on Sunday and Sunday night, but it will move a little bit to east. But places like Dallas and Kansas City should be aware of the possibility of tornadoes in that area. Now that's all I have for your national weather. I will be back with your local temperatures after the break.
Season 22 of Ask This Old House. We're back on the road, helping homeowners all across the country learn how to fix problems at their homes.
Molly, you're a pro.
Yeah, pretty satisfying.
Looks great. Simple, fun DIY project.
Saturday at 1:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Get plugged into what's coming down the road. Whether you're ready for a new ride or need your drive expert advice, turn to Motor Week every week with me, John Davis.
Saturday morning at 11:30 on KRWG-Public Media.
I'm Samantha Brown, and I'm always looking to find the destinations, the experiences, and most importantly, the people who make us feel like we're really a part of a place. That's why I have a love of travel and why these are my places to love.
Saturday at 8 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your local forecast. You can see Farmington's at 80 degrees right now, Clovis at 78, Socorro 83, Ruidoso 73, Roswell at 89. Here in Las Cruces, we're looking at 87 degrees, and Deming at 83. Now moving into tomorrow, Farmington will see 67 degrees, Albuquerque 72 degrees, Clovis 67, Roswell 91 degrees. Here in Las Cruces we'll see 84 degrees and Deming will see 78 degrees. Now moving on to Alamogordo, they're having a low of 59 degrees, some clouds in the sky, and tomorrow they will experience some winds and high of 82. Truth or Consequences will have a low of 48 tonight, some clouds in the sky and winds again tomorrow at a high of 80 degrees. Silver City, a low of 45 degrees, no clouds in the sky, so pretty clear night tonight. Tomorrow they'll have a high of 68 degrees and some winds. And moving on to here at Las Cruces, we will have no clouds in the sky, clear night, 63 degrees, and tomorrow we will see some winds with a high of 84 degrees. That's all I have. Let's take it back to the desk.
You know, Tom Brady was actually a really great baseball player. He played a little bit of college baseball in college. A lot of great athletes at the D1 level. Joey, looks like NMSU is going to have their hands full with some of them.
Thanks. Coming up in sports, Aggies baseball is looking to end their losing streak. Don't go anywhere because News22 Sports is next.
Here at NMSU, we travel the world in search of new ideas.
The quickest way to get a great meal on the table is to work with high-impact ingredients.
It sounds really complex, but it's actually really simple to make.
You enjoy it too.
I love it.
For something that comes together with such little effort, it has huge flavors.
Wow. What you want to hear is the sizzle reel.
There we go.
That's flavor, baby.
This tastes like home, no matter where home is. That is so good. Let's get started.
Saturday at 4:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media. Friday at 11:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Jose Munoz and let's talk sports. NMSU baseball is coming off a 3-game losing streak, but look to upset number 16 ranked Arizona at home in their second midweek matchup. The last matchup between the Aggies and the Wildcats saw the Aggies on top 12-9, marking their first win on the road and over a Power 5 team on the year. Keith Jones II can make an Aggie history with a hit in this game, extending the longest hitting streak this season for an Aggie. The game is currently going on and you can catch it on ESPN+. NMSU basketball is coming off a huge signing for the Aggies, upgrading their backcourt for next season. Just announced last evening by Coach Hooden, the addition of senior guard Deontay Bostic, who spent 2 seasons at Murray State and recently his sophomore and junior seasons at Cal State Northridge. Bostic is coming off of his career highs of 15 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists, while shooting 44% from the field and 34% from 3. This led him to receive a big Western Conference honorable mention and now has his eyes on being an Aggie. NMSU men's golf drops to 7th in the leaderboard after their second round of action in the Conference USA Championships. After 36 holes, the Aggies are on the break of not qualifying for match play with 9 shots back from the nearest team. For individual play, Anthony Lara is in the 6-way tie for 11th and is entering the final round with 1 stroke out of the top 10. NMSU women's golf is making their mark with 1 Aggie being selected to compete in the 2024 Arnold Palmer Cup. This adds to the list of accomplishments Emma Bunch has had in her short time as an Aggie. Just in his sophomore year, her game is on another level with a win streak in individual play this spring and has been crowned in many tournaments with a major win in the conference championship last week. The matches will be played on July 5th in Ireland. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Abby will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
I'm Freddie.
And I'm Ty.
And we are sitting in Grandma Tilly's art studio.
She's a character.
She definitely is. And this summer, she's introducing us to some creative people as we go on an art quest to the coolest spots in the city.
Bet. This summer is going to be awesome.
We're meeting real artists and going to the places that they work.
Sunday morning at 7 on KRWG Public Media.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. Join me as I weave together the story of Europe's art from prehistoric times to the present.
Traveling throughout Europe, we'll get to know the masterpieces, from Raphael to Rubens to Picasso. Join me this season for 12 episodes of not only the best of Europe, but the best art of Europe.
Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Let's take a look at our top stories.
Various health organizations hosted a fair to teach local families about early childhood health. New Mexico State Police are asking for public assistance in locating a missing 10-year-old child.
All right, Lena, let's take a look at our 5-day forecast.
As you guys can see, we will have a couple of windy days coming up, especially tomorrow with the high of 84 degrees and a low of 51. On Friday, we will see some sunny skies, still some winds, but not as much. A high of 83 and a low of 53. And then on Saturday, the winds come back full force with a high of 75 degrees and a low of 47. Sunday and Monday, we will see some sunny skies. Sunday with a high of 82 degrees and a low of 48. And Monday, we will see a high of 89 degrees and a low of 55. That's all I have for your 5-day. Let's take it back to the desk.
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news. I'm Ben Schlittler.
And I'm Azure Mitchell, and from the whole News 22 team, Ben, Abby, Jose, and myself, good night.
This news brief in Español is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, soy Jade Mata Ornelas con las breves de hoy con Noticias 22. La armadora de Rust, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, ha sido procesada esta mañana por el Departamento de Instituciones Penitenciarias de Nuevo México. El mes pasado fue declarada culpable por un jurado de Nuevo México de un cargo de homicidio involuntario por el tiroteo mortal de la directora de fotografía Helena Hutchins en octubre de 2021. Fue absuelta de otro cargo de manipulación de pruebas. Gutierrez Reed fue condenada a 18 meses de prisión el 15 de abril. El actor Alec Baldwin también fue acusado de homicidio involuntario y su juicio está planeado para este julio. Aunque la venta de marihuana es legal en Nuevo México, la patrulla fronteriza sigue afirmando su autoridad para confiscar cargamentos comerciales de la droga. En febrero se inició un salto de registros y desde entonces han confiscado cargamentos de marihuana de un valor de más de $300,000. En acordando con la patrulla fronteriza, la marihuana sigue siendo una droga de la lista 1, al igual que la heroína y el LSD. Y sigue siendo ilegal bajo de la ley federal, por lo que los cargamentos siguen sujetos a inspecciones y confiscaciones. La gobernadora Michelle Lujan Grisham y el senador Martin Heinrich han hablado contra el reciente aumento de las confiscaciones y Heinrich ha dicho que deberían enfocarse en detener otras drogas en lugar de la marihuana enviada legalmente. Eso fue todo por mi parte hoy. Que tengan una linda noche.